EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport. Historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Chicago Bears. Tirico alongside Greg Olsen, Joshua Carty will get it underway. And off we go from Soldier Field. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Williams going to throw on the first play. He's going to test this secondary right away. That is brought in. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A huge play right off the bat. A gain of 57 yards.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Williams on first and 10. Pass is caught at DJ Moore. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Vegas,
Vegas! 12-yard line.
Williams to throw on second down. Caught left side by Odunze. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal.
That's good for a Bears first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Swift is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Makes the score Bears 7, Falcons nothing.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll throw to begin with Shuck. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. This offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Second down, it's Shuck. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week. Come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
That's the big tight end, Colston Loveland.
Initially, when the quarterback looked his tight end's way, I thought he had a chance for a big pickup. He had nice separation there early. Let's give credit to... defense. They were able to rally quickly to the ball and keep that from being an even bigger game.
You got guys, punch squares, yes.
Throwing on second down, Williams. He's got it at the 7. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up first and goal.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And he'll take it on in. Luther Burton. Touchdown Bears. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. You're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Here's Shuck. Quick throw here is complete. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. So, from the 26-yard line, here's second and 1. He'll get this out to the left flat. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Call it a gain of 13. It's good for a Falcon first down. From the gun, it's Shuck. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Great run after the catch in the open field. A pickup of 24. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Atlanta.
The air again is Shuck. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up second and 8 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing again, Shuck. And off right side, it's London. That was brought down, that pass That's going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. He'll get this out wide. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down. The air once more. Shut. Out wide, that's Robinson. And no chance to turn and go. That one bridge for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 14-yard line.
Throwing on second down, shot. That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. What a good job rotating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up third down now.
Here we go, set.
A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. He's down inside the 10. A gain of 4. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll indeed go, and it is shut. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Going to give the ball over on down.
These are the situations where, as an offense, you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted. But let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big fourth down opportunity, and they're able to get off the field.
On first and 10, it's Williams. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. One quarter in the books. It's the Bears off to the early lead. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Bears in possession here to start the second quarter. They've got it with 2nd and 3 coming up. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And it'll be marked out up at the 34-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Chicago.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
That's to Odunze again. And he is out of bounds at the 45. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They try to throw again. Here's Williams. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Throwing again, Williams. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
What is it on? Here we go. Fire, fire,
They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. First down and more inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Chicago. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year. Santos for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bears will take themselves to a 21-0 lead.
Bears 21, Falcons nothing. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
They're on the 39-yard line.
Chuck looking to throw on first down. He'll look deep, left sideline. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down. On first down, Chuck. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Montez Sweat into double figures now. That is sack number 10 on the year. Chuck to throw on second down. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Operating out of the gun, this is shot, and that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down, or simply punt or kick a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
They'll go, and here's Shuck. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. Give them 19 yards as they get the fourth down conversion. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Soldier Field. Following this, 1st and 10. To the air is Shuck. Forced out wide. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now. To throw is Shuck. Off balance throw. It's complete. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
19 yards. That's another Falcons first down. 1st and goal, Atlanta.
Throwing is Shuck. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency.
Oh, the pressure, too much, and he goes down. Shamar Turner getting in for the sack, and that's going to make it 3rd and goal.
What once looked like a promising drive has suddenly hit a little bit of a roadblock here, Mike. They're in scoring position, yes, but now on 3rd and goal following that 2nd down sack, this defense has a shot to come away, only giving up 3.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Chuck. Oh, this pass was dialed in right now. They get him again. Montez Sweat. He gets in to record his 2nd sack of this first half. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This one from 39 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field, you're hoping that next possession has a different result.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Moving left. Gonna look deep. Looking for more. That is brought in. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big-time play for the Bears. 56 yards. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
Let's go. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this will be a Falcons 1st down. As he'll get this up to the 22. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Bateman is the motion man. On 1st and 10, here's Shuck. This one, downfield, for Kincaid. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So, 1 half in the books. 2nd half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. This taken around the 11. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
26-yard line.
Bateman is the motion man. Here is Shuck on 1st and 10. Moving outside the pocket. Now he'll run it. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
On 2nd down, it's Shuck. Open man downfield, that's London. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. It is a big play there for the Falcons. 32 yards. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's Shuck. He'll look London's way again. Just complete again. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, Atlanta.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far,
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
and anytime this offense gets themselves going in the right direction, it just seems like the pass rush finds a way to make a play of their own, and they have completely dominated this game up until this point. I mean, it is no surprise they're playing with the lead as a result.
Throwing on 2nd down, Shuck. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Timing and anticipation, those are the critical elements anytime you're throwing a ball outside of the numbers. If the quarterback waits too long, Mike, that receiver just gets closer and closer to the sideline and just makes what should have been a much easier throw and catch an incomplete pass.
Shuck. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. The offense staying put. They will go for 2.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
From the gun, it's Shuck. That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Williams now to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And maybe a little more conservative approach following that interception on the last drive. With nobody open, instead of forcing it downfield, he just throws it away, and you can tell he's trying to avoid another costly mistake.
Williams to throw on second down. That's out left and complete to Burton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. His fifth catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. So, first and 10 here now at the 38.
At the 38-yard line.
There you get punch forward, punch forward, punch forward, punch forward.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. This one broken up. It's incomplete to defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Vegas.
They try to throw again. Here's Williams. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Bears first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throw it again. It's Williams. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. And it falls incomplete. He'll try again here. Second and 10.
Vegas. Punch forward. What is it?
Williams to the air once more. That's complete. Some more on the right side. Third and 6.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 6.
Vegas.
Throwing again. Williams. He's got the hook up there to Odunze. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Bears first down.
12 yards. That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Axel.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the right zone, inside the 20. They'll come up here, first and 10.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. Right back to Moore, another grab. And he'll take this one in. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Bears.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Throwing is Williams. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears will use one of their timeouts here, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
At the 25-yard line.
Shuck. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. 16-yard pickup on that one. It's good for a Falcon first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing is Shuck. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass ball is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Throwing again, Shuck. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. That ball's incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Would have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down. Once more, Shuck. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. He'll indeed go, and it is Shuck. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. How about that? A gain of 15 on 4th and 10.
And the Falcons first down.
The air again is Shuck. Back to Quan Brisker, the safety up from the defensive backfield, and he's got a sack. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To the air is Shuck. All alone is the tight end, Kincaid. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. It is a big play there for the Falcons. It's a gain of 34.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Out wide, that's Robinson. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Here's Cardi now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6, here comes a return. And And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Yes. Ready, slip. Vegas.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. No confidence in the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
And 3 yards to go.
Vegas. Ready, slip.
Here's Williams. That one on target to Moore. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Williams now to throw. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. He'll swing this out to Swift. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
And the Bears, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To try to throw again, here's Williams. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete.
For DeAndre Swift. Incomplete.
2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Ready, slip. Vegas. Yes.
Throw it again. It's Williams. That's caught left side by Odunze. And he's in. Roll Odunze. Touchdown, Chicago. On essentials for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Bears will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Falcons 15. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here comes a return from the 5. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On 1st down, Chuck throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the gun, it's Chuck. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Chuck. He's going to air this one out. He's got it to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Falcon. Cardi now to add the extra point.
For the extra point.
The kick is good. And the Falcons are able to edge a bit closer.
Falcons 22. Joshua Cardi to kick off.
Here's Cardi now. He'll kick him away following the touchdown. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
Vegas!
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. Gonna look deep, looking for more. That is caught, and he will score. DJ Moore, touchdown Bears. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Santos for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Bears are going to extend their lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First and 10, here's Shuck. He's going to keep it himself. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner. And that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
3 yards to go.
Howell. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Shamar Turner. He's in to drop him for a sack, and that will bring up fourth down.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. Back to throw. Howell. That's incomplete. Derek Hall on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
On second down, it's Williams. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
on third down. It's Williams. He's got it at the 7. And he's got another one. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Bears. It is his third touchdown of the game. And 18 now on the season. Santos good on the extra point. And the Bears tack on one more to their lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The tight end Kincaid in motion. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
They'll go again with Robinson. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing is Howe. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now, deep ball for Bateman. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one in the win column for the Bears. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That's the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL